Good day. Got the calling in of sheep here. There's a farmer and his child over there, and then I think there's also another farmer up here somewhere in a Land Rover that has been whistling. And look, is this him coming round? Yeah, he's coming round in his truck. Oh, it's starting to rain. Gosh, it is starting to rain. Let's see if we can get under a tree. Oh look, they're all coming through the gate, look. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can see some right over there in the background. Oh, it's a black sheep. It's a black sheep. Look at them all coming through. So they've been moved from that meadow over there. And let's go up here. They're being moved into this area here. And they're going to jump over. Are they going to jump over? Oh, look at them. Farmer over there is just clapping the last lot through, I think. He's going to go in. He's gone into that field over there again to get them through that gate that they're coming through now, and then he'll be shutting that gate. Oh, there's a ram there, you see, with horns, a few rams in there. I assume they're rams. He's shutting the gate now. Oh, look at that, isn't that fab? Look! Hello. Yeah. I know, there's a few rams there as well, I think, with horns. Wow, look at that. Farmer's gone back over there, they've run back up there. Going across the field now. And down there. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That's like the Guernsey cows crossing the other day. Now the farmer's coming back with his child. It is wet. Putting his crook away. Look at that. So yeah, they've moved the sheep over. That goes up to an abbey, and the abbey farmhouse, that road over there. And the farmer's going down that way now, I assume. Well, wasn't that exciting? Sheep! Bye! Good day. We're at Portmeirion. So I just thought I'd show you this central area, particularly because of these amazing hydrangea shrubs. I mean, they've been styled like trees. I think they're paniculata. They're the type that look a bit like candelabras. Well, in my mind anyway. But this is quite an incredible place. Never been here before. Extraordinary. Just extraordinary. I think these can be rented, the buildings, or the ones that are accommodation. But yeah, just look at these. Love to style some of those. Clearly they've been pruned that way for many a year. Gosh. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Bye. Good day and welcome back to the plot. So yes, we've been in Wales. So we've had a lovely break in Wales with friends, which was just fab. And those sheep, I just love those sheep. I just felt myself so lucky to have been able to A, seen it myself, and B, caught it for you as well. And I think you all know how much I adore sheep. And then Portmeirion. I mean, you know, just an amazing place. And if you can go, it is paid entrance. So if you can afford to go and you can go, then I would suggest that you do, because it is quite an awesome place. And those paniculata hydrangeas are pretty fab too. We got back late Friday, and then Saturday I was preparing for our Allotment Association AGM, which didn't happen last year. We postponed it, then we cancelled it because of the pandemic, of course. And so there was a lot to catch up on. You know, there was like 2 years to report on. Of course, a lot of the things that had happened, people knew about anyway, like the Vogue Poland photo shoot and, you know, that theft that we had earlier this year, and Camwell Carnival being cancelled. So we couldn't raise funds at our usual plant stall there. So many things people knew, but I think it's really important that these things get reported so that when people look back at AGMs, if they need to, they can see what was said when. So I do a chair's report, and that this year I think ran to about 8 pages because of the covering 2 years. And then of course we had all the other items, things raised by the membership here, including mower use and a range of things. But it was a really well attended AGM, so that was great. I think there was maybe 4 times as many people as attended 2 years ago. So that was lovely. And then afterwards, of course, we opened a few bottles of wine or more. We had cheese and biscuits. People had made cakes and cheese straws and all those cheese straws. And wow, that cake was delicious. And some people have bought sort of treats that are native to where they come from as well. So that was glorious. So actually coming down here today is the first time I've spent at the plot this week. I popped down very briefly yesterday because I needed to get a piece of paper that had something important I needed at the AGM. So I came down, but literally that was a flying visit. Well, it wasn't literally a flying visit because I wasn't flying. So, but yeah, that was a very, very quick visit yesterday. And today I've come back and gosh, you know, even though I've been away a week, a lot seems to have happened. There's been quite a bit of wind and some of the netting has blown off the brassicas. But as I was coming in, I thought I must take the notice of the AGM off the board. So that's what I did first thing. And then I put our tea and our coffee and our sugar back into the communal shed because we'll be using that in a few weeks' time when we have a working party. And then as I was coming to my plot, I heard my name being called, and one of our lovely plot holders here said that she had a blackcurrant and she's going to be digging up some of the plants that she has, which are from cuttings she took last year. So she's got a number of plants, I think about 5 or 6 plants that she was digging up and was going to put on the sharing table. And I said, yeah, I'll have one of those blackcurrants. That'd be great, because I think I'm going to put that into another bed. I think I mentioned before that I'm thinking about doing another fruit bed, soft fruit bed. So I haven't decided upon that yet. And in fact, if I don't do that, I will have room at the front by where the rhubarb will eventually be going in for more soft fruit like blackcurrants to go in there. So I need to think about that over winter. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and take that blackcurrant that I've been given back to bare roots and give the roots a really good clean in water. So I'm just going to put it in the water and take as much soil off as I can, shaking it off, and then put it in the water and give it a really good shake so that I can dislodge as much of the soil that is around that as possible, because what I want to do is take it back to bare root so that if there's any perennial weeds in there, then I can take them out, so that I know that when I'm potting this up, I'm potting it up as a completely clean plant without any perennial weeds that might be on the original plot holder's plot. I don't know if they have any, but it's what I do. It's what Dad always taught me to do, and it's what I do. And you will have seen, if you've been watching us for a while, that's what I did when I did the soft fruit bed here in front of the shed earlier in the year. So let's get over to the bench and do that. So this is the blackcurrant I was given. You can see, you saw me give the roots a really good wash and take it right back to bare root, just in case there was any perennial weeds in there that I didn't want. And what I'm just going to do now is just take some of these roots back. I'm going to take that right back like that. Let's move that out of the way. Pop it there. I'm going to put it into this, which looks quite small. I'm going to literally squish the roots in, because it's not going to be in here very long. It's only going to be in here maybe till February, something like that. So it's not going to do a lot of growth. Making sure those are in there. My compost is a little bit wetter than ideally I would want, but you know what? It's what I got. I can see I'm going to need a little bit more. Let me just get that. Right, and I'm not sure if you can see here, but there's a little shoot here. So it's gone into this pot at the same level it was in at the ground, with this new shoot here just coming through. There we are. In fact, I'm going to take back a bit of this growth as well. Yeah, happy with that. What a mess. I'd love to do the crop and drop that Vivi does, but there's so much bindweed in this bed. It comes over from the area behind. There's a prunus you can just about see on the left. Then there's a lavender in the middle that really doesn't do anything. And then a hebe. That one over there is a hebe. And I think a winter job for me is to get the edge of this bed sorted, because there's so much weed in there that it comes through underneath the boards into this bed. So however much I seem to fork this bed over, the weeds come back. However, I think what I am going to do is cover this bed next week with cardboard, because I'm not going to get onto it yet. I think the beds I need to sort imminently are elsewhere. Let's just go over and have a look at those. This is one of the beds that I need to sort, and it will be a job, I think, for next week. It has the feverfew in at the end, and then it had beans in, you'll remember. And it's got loose autono broad beans that we put in to see about the allelopathic elements of the sunflower, to see if it would inhibit their growth, and maybe actually it is. And the allelopathic bit came from this sunflower, which will need to come out. But in the meantime of leaving it in, look at that. What a beauty. 24th of October. Fabulous. Lots of things to do there. Anyway, forget that, Paul. That's another job. Then coming around, this is an additional bed that we need to sort. It's got some celery in there, so I think I'll be planting around the celery. But as you can see, whilst we've been away, the salad leaves have gone to bolt, so we'll be using those up. The celery will stay in, and what I'm thinking of doing is planting broad beans into here. And then moving over further, this bed that had the peppers in and some dwarf French beans. The bed over there is going to be our garlic bed for the year. And I think this is going to have more brassicas in it. I think that's over there is going to have more brassicas in it as well, where the Brussels sprouts are. But we do have many beds of brassicas this year. This one in here, I mean, you can see how well these are already doing. And just looking over there, the wind has blown that netting off those dazzling blue kale. In fact, it's blown the netting off the dazzling blue kale, but not off the Cavallo Nero. Hey ho. Yes, with a week away from the plot virtually, there's much to do. But that's fine. As I've said before, that's fine. I will be making notes this afternoon of what I want to prioritise, though, which I think will include a bit of squash harvesting. We don't have many, but we have a few. Not a great year for us this year. Oh my goodness, look at that. This is the brown one there. That's the cardoon. And look what I'm already, can't speak, already noticing. Look at that. It's shooting from the bottom already. Fabulous. And then this whole area needs to be done. There's another cardoon there. Much weeding, much weeding, much weeding. I think we'll have a look in the perennial bin next week as well. The perennial weed bin. Pop back into the shed just to say goodbye. The sun is out, as you can see. I've had to move over a little bit from where I was sitting earlier, and in fact then I had to move over because the sun was quite bright, but now it's really, really bright. So I've come here just a few inches over so that I don't have sun in my eyes. But thanks for watching A Week at the Plot. Do let me have any of your comments below and any questions. And I will see you next week for further segments of A Week at the Plot. Have a good week. Bye.